quotes wisdom, where the pursuit of knowledge and the exploration of wisdom converge. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Dwell on the beauty of life. Watch the stars, and see yourself running with them. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. Accept the things to which fate binds you, and love the people with whom fate brings you together. But do so with all your heart. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Never let the future disturb you. You will meet it, if you have to, with the same weapons of reason which today arm you against the present. Whenever you are about to find fault with someone, ask yourself the following question: what fault of mine most nearly resembles the one I am about to criticize? If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change, for I seek the truth, by which no one was ever truly harmed. It is the person who continues in his self-deception and ignorance who is harmed. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. The object of life is not to be on the side of the majority, but to escape finding oneself in the ranks of the insane. Remember that very little is needed to make a happy life. How much more grievous are the consequences of anger than the causes of it? The first rule is to keep an untroubled spirit. The second is to look things in the face and know them for what they are. Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good. Here is a rule to remember in future. When anything tempts you to feel bitter, not this is misfortune, but to bear this worthily is good fortune. Look well into thyself. There is a source of strength, which will always spring up if thou wilt always look. Think of yourself as dead. You have lived your life. Now, take what's left and live it properly. What doesn't transmit light creates its own darkness. The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing, because an artful life requires being prepared to meet and withstand sudden and unexpected attacks. It isn't manly to be enraged. Rather, gentleness and civility are more human, and therefore manlier. The nearer a man comes to a calm mind, the closer he is to strength. Wherever a person can live, there one can also live well. You shouldn't give circumstances the power to rouse anger, for they don't care at all. Whenever someone has done wrong by you, immediately consider what notion of good or evil they had in doing it. For when you see that, you'll feel compassion instead of astonishment or rage. The mind freed from passions is an impenetrable fortress. A person has no more secure place of refuge for all time. Choose not to be harmed, and you won't feel harmed. Don't feel harmed, and you haven't been. That cucumber is bitter, so toss it out. There are thorns on the path, then keep away. Enough said. Why ponder the existence of nuisance? Dig deep within yourself, for there is a fountain of goodness ever ready to flow, if you will keep digging. You have been formed of 3 parts, body, breath, and mind. Of these, the first 2 are yours insofar as they are only in your care. The third alone is truly yours. It is essential for you to remember that the attention you give to any action should be in due proportion to its worth, for then you won't tire and give up if you aren't busying yourself with lesser things beyond what should be allowed. How easily we love ourselves above all others, yet we put more stock in the opinions of others than in our own estimation of self. You must build up your life action by action, and be content if each one achieves its goal as far as possible. And no one can keep you from this. If you find something very difficult to achieve yourself, don't imagine it impossible. For anything possible and proper for another person can be achieved as easily by you. The universe is change. Life is opinion. That which isn't good for the hive isn't good for the bee. In your actions, don't procrastinate. In your conversations, don't confuse. In your thoughts, don't wander. In your soul, don't be passive or aggressive. In your life, don't be all about business. When you've done well and another has benefited by it, why like a fool do you look for a third thing on top, credit for the good deed or a favor in return? Receive without pride, let go without attachment. Often injustice lies in what you aren't doing, not only in what you are doing. This is the mark of perfection of character. To spend each day as if it were your last, without frenzy, laziness, or any pretending. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. The only wealth which you will keep forever is the wealth you have given away. Be content with what you have. Rejoice in the way things are.